everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Mindy Banks. I'm the Flip Flop Chef, and today I'm going to show you how to make a baked apple oatmeal using Pampered Chef's RockCrok Everyday Pan. We're going to make this in the microwave, and this is something that you can make at the beginning of the week and eat it for 4 or 5 days. It will stay fresh in the refrigerator. Just heat it up as you need a new serving. If this is the first time you're watching one of my videos, please hit the subscribe button while you're here, and make sure you go to theflipflopchef.com. Click the button at the top of the page. It'll take you to my recipe community. I have thousands of recipes and I give away at least once every single week. So let's go ahead and get started. If you're not familiar with Pampered Chef's RockCrok collection, I have one of the pieces right here. Our RockCroks are amazing. They are actually the most versatile piece of cookware on the market. You can use them on the stovetop, in the microwave, in the grill, in a smoker like a Big Green Egg. They can go in the oven, under the broiler without the lid, and in the grill and the smoker, you also want to make sure you take the lid off. If you need a lid in the grill or the smoker, make sure you use aluminum foil. When you're broiling, you don't need a lid for that. This is also dishwasher safe, and it can go in our slow cooker base. So basically you can use this 2.5 quart everyday pan or the 4-quart Dutch oven, which is just like this, it's just taller, in our slow cooker stand to turn these into crock pots. I like to use this size in the slow cooker stand when I'm making things like a cheese dip or a chocolate fondue or some kind of an appetizer or a side dish that I want to keep warm. Rather than cooking it in there, I may cook it somewhere else and then transfer it to the slow cooker stand and use it as a warmer. With the 4-quart size, you can use it just like a crock pot and cook your meals, slow cook them on either medium or high, and then they have the warm setting as well. So let's go ahead and make the baked apple oatmeal using the everyday RockCrok. So let me set the lid aside here. We are gonna use this, so we are gonna cover this when we microwave it. We're gonna throw all of the ingredients right in, mix it up, put it in the microwave for about 9 minutes. Now, if you have a turntable in your microwave, so it's turning that RockCrok, then you can just do the 9 minutes. I have a microwave drawer and I usually stir it halfway through because it's not rotating around. So depending on what kind of microwave you have, you may want to stir it halfway through. So let's go ahead and get started. I have got 1 1/3 cups of oatmeal. So this is just old-fashioned oats. We're gonna toss those in our RockCrok. You don't even need to use a separate bowl. You can just throw everything in here and mix it as you go. I have a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. I have 1/3 cup of dried cranberries. You could use raisins if you prefer raisins, or any dried fruit that you want is going to be fine. I'm gonna add a 1/2 teaspoon of Pampered Chef's Korenji cinnamon. You could use regular cinnamon if you like, but if you have some of this in your cabinet, I highly recommend it. It's the best cinnamon that you can get. We don't carry this year round. We do carry it seasonally, and sometimes it's available in our Taste Buds marketplace, which is for subscribers only. So if you're interested in more information about that, just let me know. But a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. We're gonna do 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And I have our double strength extract, which is also a seasonal item or sometimes available in our Taste Buds marketplace. I have this in our oil and vinegar bottle. So I like this because I can just press on the sides right here and I can easily measure out 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And so it's much better than me getting out a measuring spoon every single time I need to measure vanilla. That will measure up to 3 teaspoons, which is a tablespoon in case that's helpful. We're gonna add some chopped walnuts, and I'm gonna use Pampered Chef's food chopper to chop these. You could use pecans, walnuts, whatever nuts that you have on hand are gonna be fine. I just filled the little cup here. This is a 1/4 cup. If you measure this out, you can chop with the food chopper on the cutting board or in this cup. A lot of people I see and hear from, they tell me they didn't know they could cut on a cutting board with this. So you don't have to chop directly in this little cup, because especially if you're chopping a lot of chicken or vegetables, really filling this cup over and over is just gonna add more time. So you can chop right on the cutting board. For this though, I am gonna chop in the cup because it makes it easier to transfer it over, and there will be really small pieces. But let's talk about the food chopper. So Pampered Chef has carried a food chopper since I started with them in 1999, and even longer than that. They did redesign it, so this is the 2nd model, but they work exactly the same way. So I'm gonna show you how to take it apart so that you know how to clean it. All the pieces of the food chopper are dishwasher safe. You can put them on the top rack of the dishwasher. You're gonna take the little cup off, of course, then you unscrew this collar. This piece pops right off and it covers those blades. And when this pops open, for easy cleanup, put it all on the top rack of the dishwasher. To put this back together, you're gonna plug in, just like an outlet, you're gonna line up those the little plugs with the holes, plug that in, twist this back on, and then you're ready to chop. Now, if you have an old food chopper and you need parts, so this is a product that's gonna last you for years and years and years, but I just spoke to somebody last week whose family member put this near the heating element in the dishwasher and it melted. So you do wanna make sure that you put it away from the heating element. But if you need parts, we sell, let me set this down, we sell this food or the blade cover, we sell the clear collar, and then we sell the cup that you can chop in. So if you just need a part, feel free to reach out to me. I am a consultant with the Pampered Chef, so anything you purchase from me, it does help support my business and these videos as well. So I'm just gonna pour that in there so that I can get this little cap on there well. And then every time I push this, the blades are gonna rotate. I'll show you afterwards since I didn't show you before. So you're not mashing your food, you're actually chopping it. So when I was a kid, my grandmother used to let me help her chop nuts, and she had this glass jar and it had a blade that had 3 blades on it, and you have to push down and turn and push down and turn and push down and turn. Years later I realized why she wanted me to help her do that, because it's kind of a painful process. But if you look here, when I press this, you're gonna see these blades take a little quarter turn every time I press this, and so it's turning it for you. You don't have to do that yourself. I'm gonna add in these nuts, and then we're gonna add some applesauce. You could also use pumpkin puree, so whichever you have on hand. Christian likes to eat applesauce and Keith does too, so I typically have this in the fridge. I'm gonna measure a 1/2 cup using our small measure all cup, which I like this because you can measure dries and solids on one side and liquids on the other. So I pulled that down to the measurement I needed. I'm just gonna scrape that and scrape that off the top. And then the only thing left that we have is our apple. So let me show you what we're gonna do with this. Oh, and we have almond milk, so let's go ahead and do the almond milk so I don't forget. So for this we're gonna need, let me double check, 1 2/3 cups of almond milk. Now this is almond milk that I made using Pampered Chef's Deluxe Cooking Blender. So if you'd like to see how to make this from start to finish, I do have a video on my channel, and you can definitely check that out. So 1 2/3 cups of almond milk. And by the way, this is a Tazo tea container. They make these so easy for the labels to come off, so I save these and reuse them for everything. Do not put this in the dishwasher, it will shrink up and you'll have to throw it away. So I tested that one time because I was like, is it easier just to put this in the dishwasher, but it will melt. But I love these because Tazo tea, you can just pull it off, there's no residue, and then you've got this great container for your almond milk. And it's a perfect size to hold 1 batch of almond milk made in the Deluxe Cooking Blender. Now you can chop the apple for this, but I'm gonna shred it. So I wanna show you a couple of tools. So this is our corer, and to use this, what you're gonna do is you're gonna line it up with the core of your apple and then just sort of twist it down, just like this, until you go through the bottom. Then you'll pull this out, and look at this. You can actually, usually just pops right out and falls. Another fun little tip that I saw recently, if you take your watermelon and you cut the top and the bottom off so that you have a flat surface, and then cut it in half, depending on how big it is, you might have to do thirds, and then lay it down, and then you can actually press this down into your watermelon. And so you want each piece of your section of your watermelon to be about as thick as this core, and then you have these really cool strips of watermelon. So the next time I get a watermelon, I am going to try that. Now, so we've cored this, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just cut it up to put in our grater. But if you wanna peel your apple, so if you don't want that skin, you can use one of our peelers. This is the serrated peeler, and you can just go all the way around and peel this. And I feel like it's easier to peel this once you've taken that core out, because you have somewhere to put your thumb and you're not going to worry about cutting yourself. So I'm gonna peel this. You can leave the peel on if you want. I'm just giving you some options. Connor and I, we don't really love the peel, so whenever he eats a raw apple, this is how we do it. So, and then we've already got rid of that core, so we're just going to cut that. And then this is our dual-sided grater. So one side has like a super coarse grate, and the other side has a fine grate. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the super coarse side, but I am going to use this food holder. So when you have pieces of food that are small, you wanna make sure that you put them into this hopper, and then you're gonna be able to shred them. So you see how this gives you these nice chunky pieces of apple. So I'm gonna just shred this, and then we'll put the other pieces in. And I did cut those to fit. Whoops, put that in the wrong way, it wasn't moving. All right, And then this is dishwasher safe. So to take this apart, you're gonna close this and then just pull apart on those handles. And you can put this in the top rack of the dishwasher, and same for the food holder. All right, so now, where's my hands? Got all that apple juice on there. Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna transfer the apples over into our oatmeal here. And I'm gonna microwave this for 9 minutes. So I'll do this off camera because I'm gonna stir it halfway through, but I'll come back and show you the finished product. And you can serve this with fresh fruit on the top, or you can eat it just as it is. So I'm just gonna stir this. We are going to put the lid on here. So definitely use the lid in the microwave. And 9 minutes on full power. So we'll put this on the top, and I'm gonna pop this in the microwave. I'll come back in a few minutes and show you the finished result, so hang tight. All right, you guys, I'm back and our oatmeal is ready. My kitchen smells amazing. I wish you guys could smell this through the camera. I'm gonna take our lid off of our RockCrok and just kind of show you what we have here. Doesn't that look so good? I'm gonna give this a quick stir, and then I'm gonna scoop some out into this bowl and show you how I like to serve this when I eat it. The cinnamon just smells so good. So I'm gonna take a picture of this, so I'm gonna put way more in here than I would actually eat at one time. So if you're wondering why in the world I would put that much in here, that's why. So I'm gonna keep this pretty here. And we're going to slice up a banana using our cup slicer. So if you haven't seen this cup slicer yet, you're gonna be amazed. So just hang tight and you're gonna see how awesome this is. So we'll just peel our banana. You're gonna take the cup slicer and you're just going to slice right over the banana. I have a little piece that stayed there, but the key for that last bit is you just press down, and that's gonna release anything that's in between those blades right into the cup. So you could eat right out of this if you wanted to. I'm going to set these on top of my oatmeal, and I think that's gonna be enough. Let me wash my hands. And then if you're not sharing this with someone and you don't want to waste that banana, you could of course always slice only half of the banana, or you can put that in a Ziploc bag for and put it in the freezer for a smoothie later. So I'm going to put some more fresh or dried cranberries rather on the top, and if you wanted to, you could add a splash of this almond milk. So I'm going to put just a tiny bit of that in. And then this is going to be ready for me to eat. So this is our super easy baked apple oatmeal made in the microwave using Pampered Chef's Everyday RockCrok in just 9 minutes. So it's super quick and easy and something you can make at the beginning of the week. And I would say this will last for 4 or 5 days in the fridge. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I do my best to answer everybody's questions as they come in. And if you are interested in shopping with the Pampered Chef, I would love the opportunity to be your consultant. So you can shop with me on any of my platforms. If you're not sure where to go to theflipflopchef.com. There's a button there to shop, and you can also access my recipe community right from that page. And there are thousands of recipes, including this one, and a giveaway at least once a week. So I look forward to seeing you there and have more videos planned, so stay tuned. Take care, guys. Bye.